Hi, good morning. I want everybody, once they get settled into their desk, to find the brown paper bag. When you find this brown paper bag, you'll notice there's multiple cards inside. So without looking, I want you to shake up your bag, nice and easy, and pull out one card. Once you've pulled out that one card in your bag, I want you to read that card to the person next to you, and I want y'all to discuss what this could have in common. So everybody go ahead and do that for me. All right, now that everybody's pulled out a card, I want to have two people raise their hand and tell me their card. Okay, what's your card? Pan. I need another one. Go ahead, what's your card? Cat. Good. Okay, so we have mad, pan, and cat. Mad was my card that I pulled out. So can anybody tell me what these three words have in common? Okay, awesome. What else? Good, good. All right, so we noticed that these words all kind of rhyme. They kind of go together, right? That's not quite what we're looking for, so let's keep searching. So let's go ahead and pull out another card out of our bag. Shake it up again, nice and easy. I pulled out pad. Talk with your partner around you. Figure out what your four words now have in common. All right, I need two people to tell me their words. Go ahead. We've got cab. Good. And what else? Go ahead. Nap. Good. Another good word. All right, so now we have mad, pan, cat, pad, cab, and nap. What do these three words, all these 6 words, have in common? That is correct. They all have an A in them. And what that A does is it all makes the same sound. So it doesn't matter what word or what letter, we put in the beginning or the end. The A that's in the middle in all these words gives us the same sound. Ah, just like we learned in the alphabet. So putting A in the middle of 2 words or 2 letters, you can make many combinations. So the last 2 letters are what is called your rhyme. So your rhyme pattern is going to be the last 2 letters, and your first letter is going to be your onset. Okay? So with that, we now know that there's multiple things that go. So what I want everybody to do is, over on the other side of the wall, we have a list of rhyme patterns. So AB, AN, AP, AD, AM, AT, and AG. Now, with all those rhyme patterns, I want you to take the pictures that are in your bag, and I want you to place them under the rhyme pattern they fall. So, for instance, pad would fall under the AD rhyme pattern. If I took away that first letter, the last 2 that are left is your rhyme pattern. Again, mad, same rhyme pattern. Take away that M, last 2 letters are AD. So I want everybody to take their pictures in their bag, and I want you to go put them on the wall under the rhyme pattern. All right? Give you all a couple minutes to go over that rhyme pattern. Once we're done, we'll come back and we'll talk about the next project that we're going to be going over. All right, now that we've put all of our cards in the right rhyme patterns, the next thing we're going to do is a little fun activity that I like to call roll and cover. So with roll and cover, everybody's going to have a sheet on their desk in groups of 3 and 4, and you're going to be giving 2 die, and on those die you have a dice that has the rhyme pattern with multiple different rhyme patterns, and then you have a dice that has onset letters, okay? So with that, in your group, somebody's going to roll a dice, both dice, and you're going to cover whichever, whatever you roll. So for instance, if I roll my pink dice, I got AG. Then I'm going to roll my yellow dice, and I got T. So T-A-G spells tag, right? Tag. Do I have a tag on my roll and cover sheet? I don't, so I don't get to cover any of them up. So then I'll have to wait till the next roll. As soon as somebody gets 4 in a row, then their game, they won in their group, and they'll get a prize out of the treasure chest once they're done. So I'm going to go ahead and walk around and help everybody figure out the words and matching the words with what's on their roll and cover sheet. All right? Make sure you write down the words that you already rolled so you don't roll those words more than once. All right? So I'm going to be walking around. If you have any questions, just raise your hand and I'll come right over. Okay, that game was so much fun, and I'm glad y'all all enjoyed it as much as I did. There's lots of winners, lots of bingo winners, roll and cover winners, whatever you'd like to call it. So the next thing we're going to go over is you've noticed you all also have a blank sheet of paper on your desk, right? So I've also walked around after the roll and cover, and I've placed a rhyme pattern on everybody's desk. Since we're in groups of 3 and 4 already, we're going to stay with those groups, right? So, for instance, if I gave your table the rhyme pattern AT, you're going to pick a word that has that rhyme pattern. Once you pick that word, you're going to draw a picture. So, for instance, my rhyme pattern's AT, so I'm going to pick the word cat as my word, right, with the rhyme pattern AT. So I'm going to point out on my piece of paper, my C is my onset and my AT is my rhyme pattern. Then, once I have my word, I'm going to draw a picture of my word. So, since my word's a cat, I'm going to draw a nice little cat for you. All right, so there's my cute little cat. And after you've written your word and you've drawn your picture, you're going to write me a little sentence with that word in it as well. So, something small and simple, whatever you want to say about your picture. So for me, I'll say, I love my cat. And then you're going to underline the CAT. All right? So I'm going to give you about 15-20 minutes to go ahead and pick your word based on your onset. Everybody's word should be different. No one should have the same word. And draw your picture and write me a cute little sentence about your picture. Okay? And then when you're done, with the same rhyme pattern on the other side of your piece of paper, you're going to write down 5 words with that same rhyme pattern, okay? So like for my rhyme pattern, I had AT. So now I need to come up with 5 words for AT to make sure I really understand this A pattern and the rhyme and the onset, right? So let's see if we can think of 5 words for the rhyme AT, since I know nobody has that rhyme pattern because I kept that one for myself. What would be some words? Good, good. Mat would be one. And remember, you cannot use the word you already drew a picture about. It's going to be 5 new words, okay? Great. Mat is a great one. What else? Sat. That is an awesome one as well. Sat. Good. Loving this rhyme pattern, AT. All right, give me another one. Pat. Good, awesome. Pat is a great one. Good, good. What else? Come on, I need just a couple more. I know y'all can do it. Let's get some more words out there. What's another one? What about, let's see if I can help y'all out. Anybody tell me what this is? A hat. Good. That is one. That is a really good one. So we have 4. We need one more word. Could somebody give me one more word? Think about all of our letters in the alphabet. What would be an awesome word with AT pattern? Sat. It's not a very nice word, but it is a great word for an AT pattern. Good. All right. So now, what are we going to do with our piece of paper? We're going to look at our rhyme pattern. Good. Then what are we going to do? Create a word. Nice. And then we're going to what? Draw a picture of that word. Very, very good. And then what's the last thing we're going to do? Write a sentence about our word. Good. And then on the other side of our paper, we're going to flip it over and write how many words with that rhyme pattern. 5. Awesome. All right, so y'all go ahead and get to work and be walking around helping everybody out. Again, if you have any questions or you get stuck, please raise your hand and I'll come help out your group, okay? All right, I loved walking around and looking at everybody's words. It was so much fun to see all the awesome words you came up with and all the great pictures you drew as well. All right, so the last thing we're going to do today with the AT pattern is we're going to create a flip book. This is a teacher-inspired flip book, something I came up with to kind of help you remember and have a reference to the rhyme sets, okay? So for each rhyme set, you'll have a book for each one, and the book's going to kind of look like this. So on the purple side, you're going to write your rhyme set. So for instance, I'll stick with AT again since that was my rhyme set. So you're going to write nice and big your rhyme set on the purple part, right? And then here on these green parts, you're going to write onset letters, so consonant letters, letters from the alphabet, whatever you feel like would make great words for AT. So for instance, cat, that would be my first letter I think of when I think of the AT rhyme set. So I'm going to write that first. So when I look at my first thing, the first thing that's going to pop in my head for the AT rhyme pattern is cat, right? So then I'm going to go to the next one and write down the next one that I can think of, which is pat, right? So then I have pat. And you're going to keep going until you run out of words or you run out of paper, whichever you run out of first. And this is going to be your book for reference and for you to have something to look at anytime, whenever you need to figure out a rhyme pattern, or if that word goes in that rhyme pattern or not, okay? So we're just going to create a little flip book, put as many words on there as possible, and we're going to keep this in our folders, our rhyme pattern folders for the long A, okay? I'm going to give y'all a few minutes to create that. I'm going to be walking around helping, and like I said, with your tables, the tables can help each other, and y'all can kind of move around and talk so that the tables that maybe had the AG rhyme pattern can help out the tables who had the AP. Y'all can help each other out and figure out what words need to go in what booklet for that rhyme set pattern, okay? All right, did everybody have as much fun as me today learning about the long A sound, right? It was so much fun. We played a game, we learned new words, and we got to create some books and colors and draw. It was just an awesome lesson overall, right? So we all know about the long A now, and I want you to always remember about the long A. So before we move on to our next lesson, let's kind of talk about as a group what we learned about the long A and some words that we remember. Good, good. We learned that the long A makes the ah sound, or the ah sound. So map, that app. Good. So you break those words down, and you can really sound them out and spell them out, and find that ah sound, and find that consonant sound, find that last letter sound, and figure out that rhyme pattern. So give me another word that we can break down. Let's write this next one down. Bat. That's a good one to break down, right? So let's sound this one out together. B-a-t, right? Where's that long A at? Ah, b-at. And where's my rhyme pattern? At. Good, awesome. Let's do another one. One more. So we're talking, everybody's blurting out some awesome stuff, and I love all this rhyme pattern communication and discussion we have going on. Give me one more good word before we move on to our next lesson. Nap. Good. Like that one. It's a good one. So let's sound that one out together. Nap. Nap. So what's my rhyme pattern? App. Right? So could I take this letter out and put a M? Will I still have the same rhyme pattern if I change the first letter? That's correct. I still have the same rhyme pattern. App. Still have that app rhyme pattern at the end. I just changed my first letter. Who remembers what that first letter is called? An onset. Good, good. And what does our onset do? It's the first sound to our word. If I put an O, is that a word? Does that look like a word? Let's sound it out. App, app. Does that sound like something anybody of us has ever said? Or does that just sound like a silly word? That sounds like a silly word to me. Is an O an onset? No, that's not a good onset. We need to pick a better onset than that, right? So really think about, does that word make sense? Do those words blend together? Do they make one nice word? Or do they just sound like a big silly word when we're learning about the long A? All right, so it was a great lesson today, and I can't wait to start the next one, all right?